Oh, that's right.
So
Okay.
you can never forget.
Marloes.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. Marloes, welcome to Bellator's Facebook Live. I just wanted to, greet you from the States. Now you're here. How's it feel to be back in the United States?
I love the States, and it's so great to be back. And I'm really looking forward to Friday because I want to redeem myself after that loss. And that loss has really changed me somehow as a fighter. I've lost before, but this was the first time in my life that it felt like a loss, and it hurt. It hurt to my core. And but the beauty of this fight is that the last girl was a tall girl, was a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter, and now again I'm fighting a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter who's tall and who's a world champion. So for me it feels like if I win this fight, for me the score is settled with my last fight. So I always say I want to win on a KO, but this time I want to win on a submission.
Yeah, and you are a very great on the ground. I mean, have you been preparing more jiu-jitsu this time around, or?
No, it wasn't about the thing. You know, if you fight, you have like a rule book, and it's like never underestimate your opponent. I did the last time, and I was really mad at the girl because she didn't make weight. She was 7 pounds overweight, and it wasn't the first time that happened. It was the third time in a row that it happened. And she disrespected my trainer also after the weigh-in, and and that was good of her because she played with my mind, and I can play with girls' minds when I'm fighting them as well. You know, I'm not the nicest bride to a fight.
Right.
And she did a good job because when I was in the cage, the only thing that I thought was like, I'm gonna take your head off, and that's like really dumb.
Yeah.
After that many years of fighting.
Yeah.
So hats off to her for doing a good job.
So you would say she got a little bit under your skin. And that's...
Oh, a little bit. She completely ripped it off.
Yeah. Well, so what exactly have you learned about yourself going from that fight into this fight, in between camps?
Well, I made some decisions also in my training camp, but I have a gym here in Amsterdam. In Amsterdam, I have my own gym, and this time I decided to stay there because it takes me less traveling, and it was really good. So I feel really good about that. And actually, I know some people will be like, "Oh yeah, you lost before." Yeah, I lost before. I know, but it never felt like a loss. And now I can relate more to like people like Ronda Rousey who broke her jaw in a fight. I can feel how she felt, and Miesha Tate who broke her nose and lost her title. And when I was a Strikeforce champion, I lost my title. But it didn't hurt to me as much as my last fight hurt. The last fight, I walked out of the venue into the locker room, and I cried so hard I was almost hyperventilating, and that was really hardcore. But it was, as a human, I think I grew from it, and that was really beautiful.
Right.
And this time I really feel good. I have energy. I'm almost on weight already, and didn't make any sauna baths or anything. And the training camp was really good, and my energy is really good. Techniques, I can feel like the sharpness is back again. And
Right.
This time it feels so different. It feels relaxed, easy, and not easy. I don't take this fight easy, but the whole process has been easy. So I'm happy. Yeah, it sounds weird, but I'm happy.
No, I can feel the energy. So,
Cool.
for those of you who don't know, say after your fight, you lost, and I don't think anybody could tell because you were back there, handing out sweets and being very, gracious with that loss. I mean, you are probably one of the coolest people in the sport.
Ah, no, I'm not.
And no, and you still after your loss, you gave everybody sweets and stuff. Is that a tradition? Is that something you like to do?
Well, yeah, no, I've always been like that. When I was a little girl and I don't know, this is a really bad translation, pocket money.
Okay.
Is it English or
I don't know. Pocket money, yeah.
Well, that's
yeah.
what you get every week from your parents. And then I saved up the money and I bought presents for my parents. I just like to hand out presents, but that's also a Japanese thing. When you're in Japan, you get.
Gotcha.
And then the people at Bellator are so nice to me, and then I know someone with a name starting with a C who loves chocolate from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
So I bring you chocolate.
That is awesome. So you're from the Netherlands, and you traveled all over the world. What's your favorite place to travel?
Yeah, it sounds now like I'm not real, but I really love America and the diversity of the country. So the last time in Boise, I stayed a few days longer, and everybody's like, Boise, what's to do in Boise? But where you're from the Netherlands, it's very exotic.
Right.
And they have the hot spring, so we did a little bit. Wow! I want to go back to Boise to that hot spring. There was the skinny dipper spring, and you had to climb. And I'm having fear of heights, so sometimes the path was like, I know the screen is a little bit. It wasn't a big path, and I was looking down like, oh my God, will I find my way back? And then you come up to this mountain. Yeah, to the Dutch people, it's a mountain.
Right.
And then you have this natural spring, and you look over when you're in the spring, you see all these trees on the mountains and the valley below. It was like, the city of Boise, not too good, but the nature of it I really like, and I love Japan. I have a big.
Yeah.
And Morocco, I love Morocco as well. Have you ever been to Morocco?
No, I've never been to Morocco.
Wow, I hope Bellator goes there one day, and I can fight there. It's people, food, nature, awesome.
What we got some fans asking questions. I'm just reading them off right now. But what's your most memorable backstage story? Is there something that you remember, like maybe from your?
Oh yeah,
Japan?
I have one.
Okay.
It's with Nick Diaz.
Oh wow, this is great. I'm excited to hear this one.
Yeah, well, it's not a good story, sorry. But when, like everybody, when I started fighting in Strikeforce, and I was on the same card as Nick Diaz, and I heard stories about him, so I was like, I will not talk to the dude or whatever. I want to stay away from him as far as I can. And then it wasn't the weigh-in, it was the day before we had to do a press conference or something. And then he was very polite to my trainer. He said, "Who's coach?" And I was like, okay, this is his street fighter dude who's polite. So I was like, okay, maybe he's a different guy there, you know. And then with the weigh-in, we were backstage, and we started talking to each other. And he said, "Oh, what are you drinking after you're done with the weigh-in and so on?" And he's a foodie too. He's a raw food foodie. But,
that's right. Yeah.
And so we were talking like, oh, this and that. And he knows so much. And I was like, dude, how do you know these things? And he said, yeah, well, I just Google it and, find things out. And so I had to go on the stage to do the weigh-in. And then I came back. And then afterwards, he did the weigh. When he came back, it was after me. He first made a drink from his own supply for me. And then he drank himself.
Wow.
That's a true Nick Diaz. So he's in my heart forever.
You can never judge a book by the cover.
Definitely.
Yeah,
and Nate is a sweet guy too.
Fans asking, would you ever want a rematch with Alexis Dufresne?
Yeah, I wanted to. This fight, they asked me if I wanted to do the rematch. I said yes, but she only wanted to do the rematch for the belt. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to do the rematch.
Right, you just wanted that. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
No, but I would have done it for the belt too, of course.
Yeah,
no
of course,
problem.
yeah. Did you see the Julia Budd?
No, I tried to look it up. I only saw I'm following Arlene Blanco. I love that girl. She's awesome.
You guys fought?
Yeah, but prior to the fight, I wasn't nice to her. Because it was like the mental game.
Right.
But she was so nice, and I felt so bad. So after I did the armbar, I said it to myself prior to the fight. I was like, okay, immediately after the fight, you go to her, you apologize to her, and so on. And she was so a warrior in loss. And after the fight, we meet each other in the hotel. And she went to the tattoo artist. She said, yeah, I have this new tattoo. I was like, what? With the arm in the Nutella. I'm like, I got to. I love her. So I follow her. And too bad for that she lost. I think it was a good job of Julia. I haven't seen a thing. And I saw some pictures on our Instagram. Yeah,
it was a very, very good fight. Who do you look up to? Because I know a lot of people look up to you.
Don't look up to me ever.
Yeah,
don't do.
Who do you look up to? Who does Marloes Coenen look up to?
Yeah, this question was asked to me last week as well. And this sounds really like I'm a saint. I'm the farthest thing from a saint. I'm a goofball. I'm doing weird things, whatever. But the people who do their work in silence. So like my mom, when my grandmother was dying after my grandfather passed away, she took care of her for a year, and it was a really hard process. And I love the people who are teachers and the people who are in the army and, the people who use their body, and that's because I can relate to that as a fighter.
Right.
People who use their body in hard situations and they take risks, like police people, people in ambulances, people in the army. And they do their job in silence. And for a fight, it's really easy because you're on this stage and I have to do this interview now, and everybody's like, "Oh wow, I'm rooting for you."
Right.
We're just athletes.
Right.
And that are to me the true heroes.
That's awesome. I hate to say this, but do you have a fighter that you look up to? Is there somebody? I'm just gonna bring it out of you. Because I love that answer.
Yeah.
It's very heartfelt, but I think we want to see what fighter,
Yeah.
which fighter out there really inspires you.
Oh, he's passed away. It's Ramon Dekkers.
Oh.
He's a kickbox fighter.
Hmm.
And what I like about him so much that he was very humble outside of the ring, and he was the first foreign fighter who was awarded with the title Fighter of the Year in Thailand. And in Thailand, it's like what is football to here and what is
Right.
soccer in the Netherlands.
Right.
And he always fought, and he always fought forwards. He always attacked, and everything he did was hard. And
Yeah.
I always want to become. I will never be, I know, but I'm aiming to become a stand-up fighter like Ramon Dekkers. And then in Nick Diaz, I love Nick Diaz a
Mhm.
lot. And there are a lot of fighters I like.
Yeah.
These are Lucia Rijker was an amazing fighter. And this will be a weird one. When I first met her, I was like, who's this girl? And she was also girly and nice, and I thought it was fake
Hmm.
because she cannot be that nice in the instant. And I really respect Miesha Tate
Hmm.
because she's gone through a lot in the cage, and she never gives up. She has grit,
Right.
and that's why I love her so much.
That's fantastic. I'm gonna play a little game so I can let you do your thing, but let's play a game, like a fast thinking game about American things.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
let's do yeah. Do it about food, please.
Yeah, no, well, you know, it's not really a game. It's actually, I just want to get your gauge on like what you like out here. Okay, so like, what's your favorite American musician? Who is your favorite American musician?
Everlast.
Favorite American movie?
Oh, there's so many. The Revenant, I really thought it. Yeah, this is quite a new
That's a
one.
good
It's the
one.
first one that
Yeah.
pops into my mind.
Favorite American cuisine?
Oh,
I know that's a tough one for you.
okay. Well, one day I hope I can go to the south and eat like everything there. Yeah, Cajun. And
You like
all.
barbecue?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But they have it also in the south. So.
Favorite American candy? Because you like sweets.
Ooh, that will. Ooh, something with a pie in it.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Favorite American city?
Yeah, there are a lot. San Jose I liked.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Favorite American like pastime? Is there something out there that like sports? Or...
Yeah, you know what I really like to do in the batting cage.
Oh, that's cool.
I love that.
That's
yeah.
cool.
I'm bad at it though, but I love that.
And lastly, favorite American saying?
Saying.
Is there something that
shit! Yeah, then I have to translate it. I can swear on here. I'm sorry.
you can? It's unplugged, uncensored, with Marloes Coenen.
When I don't know. Okay, I'm messing this up already. When the tough get going. How do you say it? What is the full one?
When I actually don't know the proper words, so we both lose this game. Awesome. Look, how are we gonna finish this fight? How do you want to finish this fight?
Yeah, well, like I said, I hope I win on a submission. And every time when I say I hope I win on a knockout, I win on a submission. So maybe I win on a knockout, but I hope I win on a submission. Second round.
Awesome. Follow her, Marloes Coenen, everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, and we'll see you this Friday.
Yeah.